She rock her clothes a little baggy. I like my dick is khaki. Wait, he ducking that smoke, I'm a match. He claiming a hat that he know he ain't catching. They ended up closing his cash. And his hoe dropped the low, that shit trash. Flash, I got an itch, I'ma scratch. Trashed it, I ain't feel like it was classic. Passive, niggas don't really get active. Gassed him up, he got hit, tapped in traffic. Crashed the practice. What happened? I had it, then I got distracted. I hate that I had to get back in the trap when I know I'm supposed to be rapping. Told him it's static. They try to step on my toes, but them niggas ain't know I'm a dragon. No, I got status. Say she won't joke in the trunk, I might crack up that hoe, got a wagon. Thanks. Get trapping. Wait, she trapping. Ain't even asking, she offered the addy. Fucked all night, I was off her addy. I was on 10 trying to clear my thoughts. I went in for my dog, cause I thought he'd back me. Frontin' them packs, trying to help him sit back. He stopped hitting my jack, never thought he'd jack me. Bitch ass, not trapping. That shit, not trapping. Used to reach out, now them niggas can't ask me. Keeping my distance, they might try to whack. Show hella love, now I feel like a goofy. Tell him it's up, better duck like that. Like we putting belts to your ass like your daddy. I don't rock hip, fuck boy, I get trapping. Get trapping, bitch, get trapping. Showed her some racks and now she getting nasty. Flipping them packs like I'm in a gymnastics. Told you before I ain't fucking with rats. Even if it's my round, I ain't giving no passes. Sissy say niggas ain't trapping. Fuck, we might have to give him some classes. Beating up pounds like did it the gas. I got a drink and come from the grass. I'm a real hustler, I used to sell candy, but nowadays I'm getting flails from Cali. Give him whatever he got on his shit, now he popping his shit, say he trying to surpass me. Nigga, you not trapping. No, you not trapping. Posing this bitch like I work in the alley. Moving through traffic like I'm in a taxi. Bro, come and trim me, walked in with the baddie. Send me the peas, I ain't coming to Cali. Mr. Trap a lot, I get trap or whatever. You know I'm the trappiest. My face card so good, I don't need it. But if I fall up my plug, send me whatever. I'm the type nigga be turning down first. I'ma bet on myself, I ain't owing no cheddar. Bro got a gun and he making it rain, but you shit out of luck, you ain't got your umbrella. Brush out my sleep and I'm catching the pop. I ain't brushing my teeth, bitch, I'm after the bird. Still with a shooter, he poppin' like Luda, he shootin' like Luke. I'm smoother than Luther, I'm seeing the future, I know I'm gon' make it. I move like a bank, cause that bread I'ma chase. Go pop, go stand for stable. Stick at the bottom for a trap like a basement. Switch it up, see an old lady, then I put my britches up. I was in church and I still in my blinky tuck. If you my brother, encourage me, lift me up. I got a chip on my shoulder, sticking up. One with a dog and he stacking them up on the table like he had a competition. Niggas be clicking up, but not LMF. We ain't doing no coalitions. We was some little niggas, they was cooking dope. They told us to get out the kitchen. Now I'm a big dog, I get trapping, nigga. I'm the nigga who run the kitchen. Get trapping, nigga. I'm so trapping. Beating them pounds like did it the Cassie. I got a drink and come from the grassy. I'm a real hustler with selling the candy, but nowadays I'm getting flails from Cali. Thought that little nigga was really my dog, and the bitch ass tried to surpass me. That's not trapping.
Only my gang, that's OMG. Got
Beating the pounds like did it Cassie. Niggas, niggas on the current event bars. Quick with it. Man, special guest in the building though, man. On the TaeVi uals podcast, man. I know you for a long time. We got WEEDJUNKY in the building, man. All the way from fucking Drew, bitch. Man, it's been a long time in the make. We did an interview back when I was pulling up on people. It was like in 20 fucking 18, 19.
long time ago.
We all older, different people now, man. How you feeling though today?
I'm good, bro. I'm always in good spirits. I always got a good head on my shoulder game. So
Facts. Nah, WEEDJUNKY. You didn't build your name up from when you was Lil Chris. Fuck.
Facts, for sure.
A lot of people don't know that, but fuck, I was sitting there, I seen the vision. But I want to ask you before we get to it, where does the name WEEDJUNKY come from?
Well, basically, nigga came up on a lot of weed. Probably could have did something with it, but instead of doing something with it, just smoothed it all.
Okay.
That's really it. Just smooth that shit.
Okay.
My partner's like, you a junkie, shit like that. Weed junkie, so I just stuck with it and just ran with that shit, bro.
Heard. Now, as I remember, you started rapping real young. Fuck. How old were you when you started rapping, brother?
I first like really picked up a mic and made a song when I was about, I'm gonna say 13, 14, around that time. So.
And back then, a big influence from you, I remember, because you told me this, man. It was like Flow, the Flow, the Wayne type.
For sure.
What about their style influenced you to rap kind of like similar?
Just
like a lot of metaphors, punchlines.
I like that. It was exciting. Like just listening to see what they were going to see. Shit like that. I listen to anybody that's talking about something, anything that keep me on edge. Nowadays I can't just look for that in music no more. So I'm really I just appreciate music for what it is now. I don't just look for niggas with bars and all that, because I understand everybody not capable of just coming up with bars and shit like that. So I just appreciate music for what it is today.
Facts. A lot of music today is vibe music.
Yeah, for sure. And you gotta roll with it. You can't just be hating on niggas and be mad because it's a different time. Different time, different shit gonna come out. So
facts. Now, anybody who listen to music, I don't care where they on. When they hear your music, they might not have to like, but they can't say it ain't high quality bars.
For sure.
Obviously, it's high quality bars. You got bars back to back punchlines like a fucking battle rapper.
That was stupid.
Have you watched battle rap before? Are you into that?
I mean, I don't really watch. Like, if I see certain shit and it's nice, then I'll probably go check it out. But I ain't never really invested a lot of time into watching battle rap. It's cool though, for sure. I know that's something that I probably wouldn't be able to do, for sure.
Okay.
Like, cause that's a whole different type of, I would say, genre of music. Like,
definitely,
you gotta have a different type of, you dig about yourself, the battle rap.
Facts. But with your music though, were you a writer starting out, or
I never really wrote, bro. I probably see out of all the songs I ever dropped, I probably wrote one song, but that shit not even out. So I ain't never, everything I ever put out was, punched in, punched out, freestyle, whatever you want to call it.
How has that developed? Because when you hear the songs, you don't hear like you're not thinking like, oh shit, that shit punched in, because it's free, like the one we just played, Get Trapped, but that bitch back to back. So
I mean, basically, bro, after the shit's so repetitive, it just come naturally, gang. Once you sit in the studio, but I've been in the studio for years. Excuse me, bro. I've been in the studio for years, bro. So the shit just come naturally at this point. Like, by you just sitting, being in there, investing in all your time. It take 10,000 hours to perfect something. So I definitely did this shit for about 10,000 hours, if not more. So that's basically where that come from. Like, the being polished and shit like that. I just been doing this shit for so long, gang. So
okay. And that comes, I'm glad you brought up the hours you put in, because it can, whatever you do for a long time, repetitive time, fatigue can set in.
For sure.
Have you ever got tired of putting in the hours, consistency, doing the thing?
Sure. Definitely. I definitely got burnt out, for sure, gang. And it's like, it come to a point where it's like, damn, like, I done got so far and I got so many signs, and you'll be like, damn, is this shit, really meant for me? And you'll question this shit. But then at the end of the day, it's like, when you came so far, what's the point? It don't make no sense to get so far and then try to stop and then turn around and go back to what the fuck you was doing before. It made no sense. I'm almost halfway to my destination. So, I definitely get fatigued from this shit. This shit get boring, gang. You see a lot of fuck shit, a lot of dumbass people around you. It's a bunch of shit, ignorant shit just happening around you. That shit that just kill your drive, make you not want to do this shit no more. But at the end of the day, you got to be like, fuck everybody else and do it what you doing it for. Do it for yourself, for the people that surround you. Because at the end of the day, once you get so far in this shit, you're going to have people depending on you. People going to be looking forward to what's next. You can't just let people down like that, especially somebody, who really invested their time, they support and shit like that. Until you can't let those type of people down.
Facts.
So
I definitely agree with that, because in music, I always ask people, why music? Because a lot of people say it's a toxic industry, but it does have its benefits like any other industry. So why music for you though?
I mean, I always just did like music. Like, even before I was rapping, I was still, in a band and shit like that. Like, I was still involved in music some type of way. I just didn't do the band shit because it wasn't for me. Like, that was more like my daddy and my grandpa. Like, them niggas was, musicians and shit. Like, I started off as that, but I'm like, I'd rather be like a real artist. Like, I like to express myself vocally, like that. So that's really how I just got into music, and I just always loved music. Even when I was young, I remember I used to sit down and write Wayne raps on the paper and go to school and act like I wrote that shit, and they ain't even know what the fuck was going on. So I always just used to like.
Out of your time rapping from when you started off to now, what is something that the music game has taught you that you take I guess heed to right now?
I mean, bro, just use people for what they can be used for. Watch your surroundings. Always take advantage of your situations, even if it's negative. What you call it? What's the fucking word I'm looking for? Capitalize. Capitalize off everything. Everything could be capitalized off of. So just always keep high spirits. Don't let the trolling and all the extra shit get in your way. Fuck what niggas talking about. Just do your own thing, gang. Like, that's the best I can say. Like, just don't worry too much about everything else.
Okay. Facts. With the music right now going on, we have a variety of like different lanes, and the music has really changed from the past 20 years of like CDs, records, we on to the streaming part of the music industry. How do you feel about streaming, and how does it affect like the rappers' pockets in game?
I mean, streaming with the streaming shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie, they really raping niggas. Pause. Like you getting paid pennies on a dollar with that shit, gang. So if you not really getting streams for real, you really not getting paid anything. Okay. So I feel like that shit hurt. But at the end of the day, if you could, is for independent artists, like that shit is really lit. Like, cause if you able to generate so much revenue off streams, you can actually, do something with that, and you could go further with that. I don't really know, bro. It's like this shit is gimmicky, bro. It's gimmicky. It's like if you got the PR team, the shit to the bots to push it in everybody's face. It's about getting in the algorithm and shit like that. That's really what it's mostly about, knowing how to manipulate the internet and shit like that, gang. So it's really about what you do, like how you go about your situations with that shit.
Okay, with saying that, you say manipulating the algorithm and basically like marketing and stuff. Do you feel like labels, that's what they're there for, like the resources?
For sure. Because they know what and how to make shit go viral, exactly when to make it go viral, where to push it at the audience, to push it to, like they know, they study like the analytics for that shit. So for sure, that's what they're there for. But if you can't independently do it, like you don't need to. The shit's so like self-explanatory now. Like it's repetitive. Like you see it every day. Like you shouldn't even have to go to a label for certain shit. Like if you want to go viral, you shouldn't have to go sign to somebody to go viral. Like that's not what you shouldn't do. I feel like you should only sign once you have a resume and a catalog built up. That way, when you do get ran into by somebody, you can negotiate instead of them just telling you anything and just bringing you anything.
Okay,
you should build yourself up first and then worry about signing to somebody. But if you could get so far independently, then what the fuck you need a label for? That's another thing. I feel like labels, I don't know, like that's labels for certain people, but I feel like a lot of people could do this shit independently if they just have the mindset to stick and do it.
Okay. How do you, most of the big artists in the world that we know of, the, I guess, superstar talent are with labels. Who would you say, like, I don't know if you know any guys who's got to like a superstar level without a label, if any?
I can't think of it, bro, because everybody signed to somebody. Right. Everybody signed to somebody, so I really don't know, bro.
I know
that's a hard question.
Your boy Russ, he really like pushes that a lot.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
He's not.
But
really signed.
But he not. I'm not trying to say he not mainstream.
Yeah,
but he like
super big,
like yeah, but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
I definitely. It's like
that's
it's
why
like levels.
That's why he got his solid fan base for sure. He has his solid fan base.
But it's
that's
another level he could go to.
Yeah, for sure. Right. If he was to have a label behind him or some shit, they control this shit.
Yep,
they control this shit, game. So we can't do too much without them.
Right. I feel like. I definitely agree. I feel like it's capped. Like once you're independent, it's like a certain level you can reach.
Yeah, for sure.
Independent until they want you to like.
Because like certain people not gonna want to even talk to you.
Right. Like
they not gonna. You need some type of representation.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
for sure,
like,
for sure.
You got a number one hitter. You ain't sign with a label, nigga. You gotta sign up. You need a piece of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Facts. Now, the music industry is a cutthroat business. You said from the fucking coming up from what you is now, you gotta killer trolls, all that. Why do you think we see so many, I guess, rappers get deals and then have complaints with labels after?
Because they just jumping into that shit. They not probably reading contracts, not getting any lawyers, just jumping into some shit. They hear money, see dollar signs, see a chain, a car house, and just be like, fuck it, I'm going to move. I mean, if sometime you could use that type of shit as a stepping stool, though. You might get in a fucked up contract, but you could make yourself, you could get out of that shit. Use that shit as a stepping stool. Do what you gotta do to get out that fucking contract. They might be holding you back, but fuck, sometimes you just gotta comply. Sometimes that's another thing. You gotta sit and be a student of the game. If you know you can't bring too much to the table, if you know you come from shit, you got zero, and now you have a chance to do something at least, then you gotta make the best out of your situations, make the most out of it.
Facts. Now, as well, I want to talk about the New Orleans music scene. What's your thoughts on the New Orleans music scene?
Ain't gonna lie, we got some nice shit out here. Like, we got some nice music out here, bro. For sure, bro. I just feel like a lot of niggas focusing on the wrong things. If we was to focus on the right shit, then we'll be able to all take off as a whole. And you wouldn't just see one or two niggas getting like, it'd be, but fuck. Everything is gonna fall how it need to fall into play, bro. So, but we got a lot of spitters right now. We got a lot of niggas who doing their own thing. Like, not really, I don't know, but we got some nice shit out here right now, bro. We just gotta worry about the right shit, not the wrong shit.
I want to ask you this about the bounce scene in New Orleans. Because a lot of artists from New Orleans, like, they probably like make like a bounce mix or a bounce song. Do you feel that is necessary, like, coming out of New Orleans?
I mean, I feel like you don't have to. Right. Fuck, you don't got to make no bounce music if you don't want to make bounce music, gang. Because I have yet to make. I don't think I have one bounce song out. Mm-hmm. I think I probably made one before, but I don't have one bounce song out, gang. Like, so. I mean, fuck, it's culture. It's part of our culture. I don't look at you sideways if you do it, and I don't look at you wrong if you don't. So, I mean, fuck, do what you do now. I ain't telling a nigga go out there and make no pop that pussy bounce music, cause fuck, if you an artist, you don't want just try to venture off into that lane, right. Cause then it's gonna be like
stuck in that.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like you dig. So, but I mean, ain't nothing wrong with doing bounce music, bro. Do what you do.
Now, at a certain period of time in music, I don't know if it's COVID. 2018, 2019, you were flooding music videos, back-to-back, music videos, back-to-back.
For sure.
What mode were you in when you were doing that?
Fuck, I just like the work, gang, and rest in peace to my dog, Bill. He was the nigga, he just was always telling me, like, bro, I don't give a fuck how you shoot it, where you shoot it at. Basically, just shoot videos. Like, they need to see you, but we all know you can rap, but niggas need to see you now, bro. Just go shoot some videos, so... I just took that shit and ran with it, gang. I just like, fuck it. Then, I had learned how to do the shit myself, and, that just made it even easier for me to release videos. So I could edit my own shit. I could get one of my homies to shoot it. And I could just edit my own shit, shit like that. I could get somebody else to shoot it, pay a nigga to shoot it, and then edit my own shit. Put them out when I want to. I had a little method on how I could just shoot a bunch of videos, and I did good business with every video. I could get a bunch of videos out. I ain't never do bad business with no niggas for real. So, I always had a good face card. So that's what was able to make me, be able to push so many videos out there, yeah.
Okay. Did you enjoy that strategy and did it work for you?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely did, because that's what helped me get my buzz. Like, I wasn't really getting traction until then. Like, at first niggas was just, he just make remixes. He can't make his own music. He just remix music and do. But then I started shooting videos and doing that, and, that's what helped me get my buzz, so...
Okay. From that as well, when you were shooting the music videos, you made a music video with a very popular artist in New Orleans, Nino Calvin. How did that feature come about for you?
Really through the doctor, like really
the doctor. What's that?
The doctor, fuck you. That's my partner, bro.
Okay,
he a nigga I know. Yeah, for sure, my partner, bro. Right. So that came through him for real, like. He was like, but my name was already ringing, like, right. And he was already, Nino King show love, but that was really like what solidified me to get the feature. Like, okay. I was already talking to him and shit, but the doctor kind of really just threw the oop.
All right, facts. How was the process of making that song?
Fuck, I already had the song.
Okay.
And I just didn't know what I was gonna do with it. And I had sent it to Nino, and he was like, yeah, get on that bitch. So boom, boom, boom. And he ended up coming down here one day, and I just went over there with the session and plugged it up, and he did the session right there, and I took the session away and shit like that. And fuck, for the video, just called him, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, pull up, I'm about to shoot the video, and he just pulled up, gang. So fuck, that's really how that went. Everything was genuine.
Okay, smooth. With that being said, what was a time where you felt like you were going to the next level in music, or that you took the next step in music? As in your perception, not the fans' perception, yours. Like, you went to the studio, you like, all right, I'm at this level now.
It was like, it's like 3-4 different times that made me feel like that. I mean, first, when I first, started getting like a real buzz, I got mentioned by Spitter. Fee had booked me to open up for the nigga Quando.
People who don't know, he talking about Currency and Fee Banks.
Yeah, Currency and Fee Banks for sure. And Tyra Matthew, they hollered at me. They was, fucking with me with some music shit too. Who else? What else? I talked to Birdman on the phone, all that type of shit. Shit like that. All that shit, just made me feel like, oh, I got this shit out the mud. Like, You know, I ain't glitched it. I ain't do no
So
weird
you
shit.
cheat the
Yeah, I ain't
system.
cheat the system. This is all off the muscle gang. So like that's what made me feel like, you know, all this shit organic. So those were some of the moments, you know, that made me feel like.
Okay. With that being said, when doing I say them steps like that, when you was doing that, did you have any management that helped with that? Like instead of how was you getting in contact? Like how does you get the like you say, you get the feature, you hook up with open up for feedbacks, get reached out by Tyra, talk to Birdman. How does that come about?
I mean, fuck, just all through other sources, bro. Like I never really had a real management team. I did, but I didn't, gang. Like, and when I did it wasn't when I was buzzing. Like that was when I was still trying to get a buzz. Like this was before COVID, before all that other shit. Like I used to fuck with a little chick. Her name was E. Like that was my management for a second, but that was way before you know anything was really popping off for me. So
Okay.
but I ain't never really had management, bro. And that probably was that's why I fucked up at. Like I ain't have no real.
Ask you that.
That probably why I didn't have no real representation. So, you know, I probably, it was a lot of situations where I could have handled it differently if I maybe had somebody like that. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, gang, you know. So.
All right. I'll say this. In music, what do you feel is the biggest disadvantages and advantages of being a rapper?
The biggest disadvantages is you probably a big ass target. Now it's like you could go somewhere where you never done nobody anything or shit like that, and for some reason end up dead or ended up robbed and shit like that, you know. But that's just go for it. And that's just a person in general, like anybody with any type of emotion. But you know, as a rapper, you gotta travel all around the world, so you got a target around your back, and you don't even really know it. You don't know where it's coming from. You just gotta always, you just gotta always be on 10. So that's one of the biggest disadvantages. One of the biggest advantages is, okay, everybody knows me, so I'm gonna be able to go places and get all this type of love. You know, these people stroking my ego type shit, you know, shit like that. So, you know, that's the advantage. Another disadvantage is everybody expects you to do for. Everybody's expecting something from you. They feel entitled, you know, shit like that. Another advantage is you're able to do for your family. You're able to take your mom out to her. You're able to, you know, do all this shit and get all this shit that you seen when you was growing up and shit like that. So, you know, that's like some of the biggest advantages and disadvantages when it comes to this shit.
Okay. When COVID happened, you mentioned earlier, Tyron Matthew reached out to you. You went out to Arizona, y'all made a bunch of music,
Right.
and you did, and nothing came about after it. What was the situation there?
It's just sour. Some weird shit just happened again. That shit, like, I guess, like, I don't really know, but they got Tyron really not the nigga over the shit. So he just, you know, that nigga, he played football. So he not really the nigga over the shit. So the niggas who over it don't know how to run a music label. So that's basically all it is.
Okay. Once you came back, you didn't drop too much music after that.
Right.
If I'm remembering the timeline correctly.
Nah, for sure.
What was the reason for the hiatus?
It just was like, I was just like, fuck, life hit me. I had some real life shit going on top of that, like me coming back, and I'm just like, fuck. You know, that shit, like I said, I was burnt out, gang. Like, so much work put it in. I was tried all this different shit, and I just feel like nothing wasn't working. So it was like, fuck, you know, what am I to do next? But, you know, I can't let that type of shit kill my drive. Like, I did, but I can't let it, you know, stop me from, you know, excelling. Like, I know what I was doing, and I know where I was headed. So I don't know why would I let something like that hinder me when I knew, like, I'm capable of doing whatever I could do without any assistance from anybody. Like, not like that.
Facts. Now, when it did happen, though, obviously you was getting, what the fuck WEEDJUNKY?
Right.
Drop some music, bitch.
Still to this day.
Facts. What space were you in to get back into doing music at that time?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love this shit. Don't get me wrong, gang. I love this shit to death. Like, I feel like even if I wasn't going somewhere, even if I don't, I still make music.
Facts.
But I really was on some shit like, should I really even just keep doing this shit? Like, they're like, shit, this shit, do it make sense for real? But I know that's just like my idle mind. You know, they say idle mind is the devil's playground. So you never not be productive. You never won't just be sitting somewhere not doing something. You always want to be productive, no matter what it is. So that really all it was just me in my head a lot, overthinking shit. Yeah, so that's really all it is. But I mean, once you snap back out of that, you know, you should be straight. So that's really, I'm good right now. I'm in a good spirit. Like I said, I got a good headspace, gang. So I'm about to just, you know, get back to myself.
Facts. With that being said, back then, since that was kind of like your first time entering, like, I would say label, if you want to call it a label,
right,
whatever it was. What was your mindset going? You like you said, that was the next step. We were like, all right, we're gonna take the next step. This label is homegrown. That's even more better.
I mean, to be honest, I wasn't even going there to sign to them. Okay. Like, I just was going out there to, you know, fuck with my little partner and shit like that. Cause you know, the Labizo was up there. He was the person who was originally by the, you know, fuck with them and sign to them. I was just going to holler at them, you know, cause I fucked it with Labizo. I fucked it with La Egg and Rice, you know, La Glen. I fucked it with all of them niggas, you know. So I was just going out there to holler at them niggas. I really wasn't going to sign.
Basically support.
Yeah, just support, go out there, make some songs with them, shit like that. You know, it wasn't really me signing, but when I got out there, it was like, you might as well stay, bro. You know, woo. So I was like, I might as well, bro. But my intentions was never to, you know, I wasn't never thinking I'm about to sign. Like that wasn't what it was. I was just, you know, hearing them out, trying to see what they was on. Yeah, so everything, shit just didn't work out. That's all it was, gang.
Facts. You mentioned Labizo, y'all was a super tag team. I would say y'all had a lot of music videos together. Did a lot of music together. How did that relationship start with y'all two?
I've been on Bezo like since we was recording in the shed type shit. You know, that was weed. That was
pissing me off. My fault, brother. Now you pissing me off.
But I've been on Labizo, gang. I've been on Labizo, free Labizo, but I've been on that little bitch for the longest, gang. So that's really he used to come by us and get studio time and shit like that. So that's how I ended up start fucking with Bezo. Then we ended up going uptown and start getting studio time from this nigga named G Uptown, the old head. And start getting studio time from up there by him. And that's how we really, you know, we was fucking with some of the niggas and we had a little click or whatever like that. We was doing music and shit like that. So that was around that time. So that's how I ended up, you know, start fucking with Bezo with this shit for real.
How do you gauge like collabs? Because you collab, like you said, y'all develop a relationship, y'all were close friends. And it's easy to make music with friends, but how do you gauge like making music with strangers or other artists who you don't really know, like on a personal level?
I mean, fuck, I can't really tell you, bro, because I don't really do too many features. A lot of the times the features I do have, I probably been paid for it. I got a couple, like, it was a couple of niggas that I just, you know, I developed that chemistry with and we just fucked it with music, but for the most part, you know, I mean, fuck, if you nice, we nice, you know, we getting that, but we just make some hot shit, gang, like, that's really how it be. Like, I really don't like to work with niggas through emails and shit like that. Okay. To be honest, I like to be in a session with niggas, like, so we could really come up with something real organic. Like, I don't want you to just send me some shit you think you hear me on, and we could just sit down and make, like, you dig. So, but that's usually what it is, though. I'm usually just getting shit through email, like, for sure. But other than that, bro, like, I mean, fuck. I don't know, bro.
Do you reach out to other artists?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely reach out to artists. It's like if I fuck with your shit and I can hear us on the song, I definitely let you know, like, bitch, we need to lock in. Like, I want to fuck with something for sure. Like, yeah, I always reach out to artists. I always let niggas know, like, bitch, we need to work. Like, facts. I don't have no problem. I want to do music with niggas. Like, I love doing music. And if I know you nice at it and I know we can make some hot shit, then for sure, I'm going to reach out for sure.
Now, your catalog is pretty fucking large. For sure. You got a lot of songs, a lot of music. I heard somebody ask Wayne this, and he forgot, like, some of his bars, popular bars that he had. I forgot what the fuck the bar. Oh, yeah, it was like, better wear the latex before you get the latex. And he didn't know he made that bar. Right. Once you've been in the game so long, do you forget bars?
I don't know. I ain't reached that point yet.
Especially when you freestyle.
Yeah, I ain't reached that point yet. I mean, I might forget I made a song or forget.
When the song come on, you gonna.
Yeah, but I never forgot a bar. I might not know a song because I ain't listened to it that much. Because you know, it's a lot of times niggas make music they don't even like, but they put it out because they got niggas around them telling them to put it out. So it be like that. But I ain't get to the point where I just be like, oh, I forgot that bar. Like, nah, bro, I ain't get to that point. Like, he been rapping for 27 plus years, so I know I understand. Then he was on drinking shit.
You talking about Wayne or him?
No, I'm talking about Wayne.
Oh, you pointing at him? I was about to say, what the fuck?
No, I'm talking about
He said he been rapping for that. I was like, what the fuck?
No, I'm talking about Wayne. That bitch a dog too,
Right.
for sure. Shout out Bulu. That bitch a dog for sure.
Sure. Now, with that being said as well, in music, there's I always want to talk about singles when you upcoming singles, mixtapes, and like albums. Because nowadays you don't know what the hell an album or mixtape separated. How do you choose how to drop nowadays when everything is like a microwave? Like TikTok songs,
that's
popular dance songs, shit like that.
That's what I was just about to say. I mean, singles, with the singles, it should be either hit songs or songs you don't give a fuck about. Right? That's all. That's what mixtapes are. A bunch of songs that you probably don't give a fuck too much about. Like, just throwing shit out there like that. But see, the album is the shit that you want people to focus on. That's the shit that you like, all right, this I put my all into. I'm gonna make this shit a masterpiece. I'm gonna get something essential out of this shit, right?
Okay.
But you know, singles and albums, that's what you really look to plan to make money off of. The singles and the albums, right? And the mixtapes is just shit you just throwing out of there. Like probably shit. Yeah, just filler music, shit like that, really.
Okay. How do you feel about the microwave music right now? Because it's like a whole genre that was made, TikTok music. People call it that. The little dancing music, the little 15-second clips. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm hip to it. I ain't gonna lie. I told you I'm starting to become appreciative to music. Just I don't give a fuck what it is. Like if it's art, it's art. Like, cause bitch, they got niggas who charging $2,000 just for paint just thrown on the canvas.
Facts.
So like, I mean, art is art, gang. Art is art, bro. So I just learned to if it's nice, if it sound good, if I can vibe to it, then I fuck with it, gang. I mean, they do got a lot of trash ass shit out. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, fuck. Somebody like it.
It's subjective.
Somebody like it, gang.
It's a lane for every music.
Sure.
Who are some artists in your playlist right now that you listening to?
I ain't gonna lie, my shit extensive, gang. I listen to a lot of niggas. I listen to a lot of bullshit too, so I ain't gonna lie.
This should be in bullshit.
Like the microwave songs you just talking about, like I listen to a lot of that.
What's the microwave song you listen to?
I was just listening to one before we came over here. It's called Lil Woody. That bitch called I'm Him or some shit like it's an ass song. I fuck with it though. I fuck with it though. Like I could hear. I could see where he was going with it. Like by me being an artist, that's another thing. By me being an artist and I listen to some ass music, I could see where they going with it. I could see it, so I could hear it in my head. Like I could put it together in my head.
Yeah,
so
you can make the whole scene vivid. Like he was in the studio, he was trying to hit this hard.
Yeah, for sure. So I could see what niggas going at with it, gang. So but I listen to a lot of shit, gang. Ain't gonna lie, bro. I listen to fucking a lot of local shit too, so I might say names in here and nigga not gonna know who the fuck I'm talking about. So I don't want to say names because I know I'm gonna miss out a lot. I'm gonna say some shit that people probably. I listen to a lot of shit, bro. I'm open to listen to whatever for real. Like as long as you're not talking about no weird ass shit, then I listen to it. Yeah, I fuck with a lot of shit, gang.
Max, the music industry. Do you feel they have enough superstars in the music industry?
Superstars. I mean, yeah, they got enough superstars. I mean, there's always room for more, but I feel like they got enough. They got a bunch of niggas, in the spotlight. For sure.
About 15 years ago, they had the superstars Wayne, who was like a mega superstar. He had, of course, the Jay-Z. Who do you think are current superstars now? Because I asked another artist this.
Young Boy, Lil Durk, Drake, Lil Baby. All them niggas, bro. They got a lot of superstars. Young Thug, bro. They got all these niggas, bro. They got a whole nother era of superstars now.
Do you feel artists have? Cause you named a couple guys. Do you feel artists have targets on their back? By the fucking what they hip hop police or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
With recent,
for sure.
Thug just been released, and Dirk just went in with Thug. Got it like they fucking traded one for one. How do you feel about that?
I mean, they definitely have hip hop police. They definitely do. And you could get indicted as a record label. Like, so I didn't heard a law enforcement say that a record label is nothing but a legal game.
Yeah, that's what Irv got it and them got
yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, like they definitely have hip hop police for sure. And there's a lot of time, bro. A lot of these niggas they telling on their show, gang. So we can't just see they coming for them like, bro, y'all telling on y'all show.
Sometimes niggas asking for it. What you
Yeah,
saying?
they asking for a gang. So I mean, he.
Okay. I want to ask this. A lot of people know the rapping Weed Junkie, but you on the TaeVi podcast. We always have. I always gotta ask the artist, what are you like outside of your job, which is rapping?
I'm like outside, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
What is something you could do? What is something you can't live with outside of music?
Something I can't live with outside of music. That's hard, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie. A lot of my time, I should be dedicated to music, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I can't. Bitch, everything cause even when I'm not rapping, bitch, I'm probably shooting videos. If I ain't shooting videos, I'm probably mixing and mastering that nigga music.
Nigga say, what about your name? Weed.
I mean, yeah, I smoke weed, but I say that's what I probably fucked up at in my life, right there, making myself weed junkie, because I'm not even like a weed oriented ass nigga, like
ain't a Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, like I'm not one of them, so I don't know, bro. Like that's just a name I had me when I was young, and I just ran with it because that's what everybody called me now. Like so, weed, I'm not really the big on weed. I smoke weed. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a big smoker, bro. But like
you might could drop it to junkie.
Probably so, gang.
I've
I've been thinking about it, gang. I've been thinking about it, but I really just don't know what I would be like. I can't see myself as anything else, gang. I really can't. So, but I've been thinking, bro, of something that I could market better, bro. Cause like I see, bro, I'm not weed oriented. Like you'll listen to my music and be like, man, this nigga not even talking about no weed. Like
exactly.
So,
facts. Misleading, bit.
Yeah, for sure. So I probably gotta work on that for sure.
The start of Weed Junkie, we took it from when you was 13, but how were you as a younger guy? What did you want to do? Did you been seeing yourself doing music?
Yeah, I always wanted to rap, gang. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really see myself doing anything else, bro. I never even thought about doing something else. I really haven't. Like I thought about it, but I'm like, I can't even see myself doing no shit like that. Like I really don't. Like I really can't see I only see my. That's why, bro. When I was young, I went and got my face tatted and shit like that. Just
like
so my
stamp.
just so my mama can't tell me nothing. Like I'm like, I can't go get no job. I gotta go rap. This is what I gotta go do. So that's the type of shit I was into. Like I really didn't see myself doing anything else but making music. You know?
Facts. Now, what was her reaction when you got the tats, face tats?
She hated that shit. She hated that shit. I ain't gonna lie. She ain't like that shit. But I mean, what she do? She
nothing.
They hear nothing.
We ain't getting them bitches lasered off. How is my reaction to your music? What
she love my music now, for sure. She love my music, for sure. She listen to my music on her ringtone, all that shit. Like, you know, she love it, bro. Me and my mama got the best relationship ever, and I love that shit because it was rocky back then. Because, you know, I wanted to be rebellious and shit like that. You know, a mom can't raise a man. Like, you know, she could do her best, but she can't make you be a man. Like, you gonna have to learn how to do that yourself. You dig? So, you know, but I love my mama now. You know, we love each other. She love my music. She love my career. She hoping for me and waiting for my chance too, just like I am. So,
thanks. That's great, brother. I'll ask this: what is your perception on your music?
My perception.
You hear what other people think of it. You get the comments. You get people asking for their music. What's your perception on it?
I don't know, bro. This the thing with me, bro. I like my music when I first make it, right? After that, I hate it. I don't even like it.
You listen to it a lot?
When I first make it, I feel like I'm listening to it a million times when I'm making it. After I drop it, I'm already tired of that bitch.
That's how it be. Especially if you ain't dropping it soon.
Yeah, by the time I ain't gonna lie though, bro. When it's like certain songs that I be like, damn, I listen to this bitch so much that I hate it now. Like, cause it be some music like that I make. Like, I didn't listen to this bitch so much, I hate it now.
It's the music fatigue. It ain't even that sure. Good. It's just like you heard it so much. That's how I be when I edit the fucking podcast clips.
I'm already. I know that shit.
No offense.
Oh, I know that.
I love the episode, y'all. But when I'm editing that bitch back to back,
especially when you edit niggas who don't know what they talking about and don't know what they. I know that shit be mad.
I ain't say that, y'all.
I ain't had to say it. I'm knowing, bro. I edit videos, bro. So I know, bro. I know how.
Babbling on for 3 minutes. Ain't talking about shit.
Ain't talking about nothing.
Sit through that shit.
Don't trip.
Fuck you niggas.
Man,
but I want to ask this as well. As you get back into dropping music, you got the Get Trappy song. What made you drop that? A few years ago?
The nigga Sizzy, the nigga Trap Baby who on it, he be like, man, you need to drop that. You need to drop that. And I was like, fuck it, I need to drop it. I'm gonna need to drop something, bro. Fuck. And I just figured like that's a good song to come out with. You know, it's 50 times, you know, shit like that. And I feel like it's a good song to drop right at this time. And I'm about to just go on a dropping spree, bro. I'm like how it was when that COVID and I was dropping all the video. I'm about to do the same thing again, bro. Okay. So I'm just building, you know, building that buzz up, you know, anticipation and shit like that.
Okay. So, what is your approach? How would you approach something now if somebody came to you with an opportunity to sign to them?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I see what they talking about. I hear them out. You know, back in them other times, I wasn't as receptive as I am today. Okay. I wasn't, you know, I didn't use my brain. I didn't have the wisdom I had. You know, I was younger. My brain wasn't fully developed and shit like that. So I didn't see things from, you know, the perspectives that I needed to. But now I'm smarter. I'm wiser, bro. And I know, like, sometimes you gotta play the backfield. Not saying I always wanted to be the starter, because I had no problem riding the bench to let people get their shine, or, you know, for me to get the knowledge that I needed to get. But, you know, sometimes you gotta, you know, go through some shit to get to the next level. Like, you gotta be somewhere. You gotta listen to somebody. You gotta do this, like, to get to that next level. So basically, I mean, I'm just gonna look at it with an open mind, gang. If somebody was to come at me today with some signing.
Okay, are you more open? Like you say, not wish, but you probably would have wanted some representation back then. Are you open to that currently?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I'm looking for management, even though I feel like I probably don't need management right now, because like I said, I'm not as active as I was back then. But I'm about to be getting back to that, so you know, I'm definitely open and looking for that. Like, that's the thing. Like, I didn't have a real team. I try to do everything myself. Right. So now I'm opening to, you know, I try to build one, but, you know, that shit don't really work out when you trying to build that shit with a bunch of niggas that you grew up with and shit like that. So, yeah, so, like, you know, so that's really the path I'm on right now, you know, just trying to build a solid foundation.
I always say that, like, for artists, like, it's good to have, like, a solid team, which is hard to find. It's hard to find great employees. Sure. Because when you get a great solid team, brother, you could just focus on your music, and that's when artists at their best. For you, let the manager handle that, long as they doing good business, like you saying, keeping your face card good, for sure, and everything works out. For when you creating music, do you just go in there with what's ever on your mind that day, or sometimes you go in there with like, I'm gonna make this type of song?
Nah, bro, I just go in that bitch and however I feel, it's putting it on wax, bro. I never really like. Cause I don't even listen to beats outside of me being in the studio, like none of that. Like, if I'm not in the studio, I'm not listening to beats. That's what I see. When I go to the studio, it's just whatever. It's free fall from there. Like, I'm just doing anything. Like, whatever is in my head, I'm gonna just let it out.
Okay. Have you developed a certain relationship? Cause I know artists develop a certain relationship with like engineers, producers, where that's them. They make the best music with those guys. I know you engineer. You learned how to engineer yourself. I don't know if you know how to make beats. You make beats too?
I know how to make them, but I never really fully invested my time into doing. Like, I never made a beat and rapped on it. I made a beat for a nigga and gave it to him. I don't know if he ever used it, but I've never made a beat and rapped on it myself. I ain't never done that shit.
For sure, but you do know how to engineer.
Yeah, I definitely know how to engineer.
Do you do most of the engineering of your own songs, or you connect with another?
For sure, I do a lot of my own shit, but for the longest I was fucking with First Class Rossi. I was fucking with him. So that was the only nigga I really let mix and master my music other than myself. That was really it. As far as producing and like beats go, I fucked with a lot of niggas. Gang, I ain't gonna lie, I fucked with E9, Guapo, Super Deezy, Chagga Beats. You know, it's a bunch of niggas. Cam Beamer, all them niggas, bro. Like, I fucked with a lot of niggas when it came to beats. So.
How do you what makes? Cause I hear this from a lot of artists. What makes you like lock in with one engineer?
I mean, basically that nigga Rossi, he found my sound for me, basically.
That's
like,
what I hear.
Yeah, he found my sound for me. Like, I didn't know, like, I didn't sound how I sounded until, like, I got, like, he made me sound differently. He made me like, oh, that's how I really sound. Like, this must be what people hearing. Like, that's when I finally heard my music how people be hearing it. Okay. When I first got my shit mixed by that boy.
I want to transition into I guess more of the like business of music, because that's probably like a main component of like importance. As you start dropping again, are you looking to, I guess, like you said, go the route of like the singles to get your buzz back up? I guess I'm talking about marketing here, not much as business, but go the single route, album route, mixtape route.
I mean, I'm doing everything, bro. Like I said, I'm about to develop, some more traction by dropping videos and singles and mixtapes and shit like that. I'm not really going to focus on an album right now. Like, I'm not too much worried about an album right now. I'm going to do that later on down the line. But as far as right now, I'm going to just singles, mixtapes, and videos, shit like that, collabs, all that type of shit. But, yeah, that's what I'm on right now as far as.
Heard. What is your proudest moment of being a rapper so far? Or artist?
Damn,
that you look back and you be, shit.
That's tough. That's tough. That's a tough question. Probably when you in the club performing the song and people just know your shit. That's probably it. I'll be like, damn, I ain't never know this many people knew my song. Man. That's crazy. Like,
what is your most popular song to you and to the fans?
The one with Calvin, Cage Fights, and Soldier Life Mentality. That's my two hottest songs.
Traveling, do you get like reaction outside like Louisiana? You say you shocked when they sing in the club. Do you go out somewhere people be like, that shit weed junk, and you be like, what the fuck?
I ain't never go to the club and see nobody singing my song and all that shit. But I've been in Texas. I don't really consider that.
Fuck you mean?
I mean fuck what? I done been in Texas. I done been to Portland. That's crazy. I was waiting in Oregon one time and they were like, yeah, bro, but I don't know if I count that because he was still from down south somewhere. But he was in Oregon and niggas was like, yeah, I fuck with your music type shit. But I ain't never really get that too much of no love out of the Louisiana. Yeah, I'm still local. I ain't.
Heard, dog.
I got pleas in other states and shit, but like it's probably people from here, so I don't know.
Okay. On the TaeVi podcast, we talk a little bit outside. We bring in like a discussion from relationships, debates. Ask you a couple questions on that to get your outlook on some regular social media topics.
For sure.
A lot of this shit bringing some of the funny shit, so don't say too much, brother.
Nah, I already know.
Now, I asked this question to an artist, and it was he gave me a little 50-50 answer. So I'm gonna ask you: can you be in love with someone and cheat on them? Can you cheat on someone?
Me personally, no. Me personally, no. Nah, I can't do it. Nah.
All right, explain.
Cause, bro, if I'm in love with a bitch, then that must mean like I only want to fuck with you, and I'm not no cheating ass nigga. Now, see, if I'm single and I just fuck with a chick, then hey, like I might bag your friend. You never know, like. But if I'm in love with you, like for real, like if I'm in love with you, then nah, I don't see me really fucking with no other chick. Like I'm past like the whole phase in my life, like I didn't had that already. So if I'm in love with you, then nah, I ain't really.
What does in love mean to you though?
I mean, like I can't stop thinking about you, like you did shit like that, like me being around you so much, giving you so much of my time, cause I don't do all that. Me being consistent, like shit like that. That let me know I'm in love. When I'm going out of my way to fuck with you and shit like that. That's when I know I'm in love with you.
Heard. I got another one for you. When if a man is cheating with two different women, and he lies to one but tells the truth to the other, which one does he care more about?
The one he lied to.
Why?
For sure. Cause he's scared of the outcome. That he gonna get for telling her the truth, and he might not want to lose her. But the one he telling the truth, he like, you take how you want it.
Bitch, it is what it is. now you mention you ain't no cheating ass nigga,
right?
Now don't contradict yourself once I ask this question. Have you ever cheated?
Yeah. But listen,
my
check
God.
me out though. This was a while back. Like,
right,
look,
go ahead,
listen,
go ahead.
I don't have girlfriends like that, gang. I'm one of them niggas like my mama already taught me like girlfriends is special. Like that's a special type of thing. Like
can be a
everybody not a girlfriend. Like everybody don't go to the crib and meet moms type shit. Like you dig? So I don't just have girlfriends like that, gang. So yes, I have cheated before, but this was before I was, the smart as I am today, like, felt how I felt today. Like, I had girlfriends way back. Like, my last girlfriend, she can't tell you I cheated on her. She can't tell you she had any whole problems with me. She just was fucking wild. That was it. But, like, other than that, like, I don't be cheating. Like, I don't be doing no cheating.
Man, WEEDJUNKY is a faithful loyal man. Holla at him, man. Y'all might could be his manager in his relationship.
Nah, I don't mix business with pleasure. We ain't doing all that.
Heard. Have you ever been cheated on?
Probably
Knowingly.
So. I don't know, gang. Like I said, I don't get in too many relationships. I know I dealt with a slut before for sure, but I don't. I don't know if I got.
Oh, my side hurt, man. That been blunt like a man. I dealt with a slut.
I know for sure, but I don't know if I got cheated on, gang. If so, it come with the game, gang. I didn't bag so many, niggas or ladies, bro. I can't even get mad at this point. Like, it is what it is. Like, just as long as bitches ain't bringing me nothing, you know what I mean? Not burning, I'm straight. Fuck it, is what it is.
Heard. We gonna go with a couple more the discussion topic. Let the people know how you think, man. Outside of music, it's a little fun. I bring this question up because a lot of people always it's a little controversial question on social media. Who cheats more, men or women?
I feel like women.
Okay, all right.
The only reason
last
I'm saying
rapper
that-
said men. All right, go ahead.
I say that because, bro, I'm not gonna cap. I went through a bitch phone before.
Okay.
Most innocent bitch I ever met.
How old you were?
I was about 20, 21, 20.
Okay.
Went through this bitch phone. She the most innocent bitch I ever met. Went through this bitch phone. This bitch is selling pussy and some more shit.
Ooh.
I didn't even know that
was
she was
the
coming
slut?
like that. She wasn't a slut. She wasn't a slut. But she is a slut, but she wasn't the one I was talking about. But like, I feel like, but by me reading, like seeing how female coming, cause she really had the most fire G ever. Like, I didn't know that she was coming like that. I'd have never thought she was selling pussy. Like, in my life, I would have never thought that. That's how fire the whole was G5 in me. Like, you dig? So like, that's why I feel like females, like, men might cheat more, but females better at cheating than men. So I don't know who cheats more, but I know women better cheating than men is. Like,
is it because men are sloppy? That's what they say.
yeah, for sure. They do dumb shit. Then niggas don't be thinking, they just be doing shit. Like, that's a lot. Like, niggas just be in the heat of the moment doing shit. Like, they don't never think shit through. Like, so
That's what the niggas say, thinking what they dick. Niggas just be trying to catch a quick nut.
that's why you dig. Niggas be thinking what they dick, but them hoes gonna set it up perfectly. They gonna have the alibi and all that shit already set up before they even go at their move and shit like that. So
Man, let me text my wife. You playing too many fucking games right now. Where you at?
real rap, dude.
Facts, man.
They smart with it.
Yeah, they is, man. I think you make a good point on that. I don't know who cheat more. I never had an answer to that. All I know, you right though. I know niggas get caught more.
Niggas definitely get caught.
So that's all I can say about that. Niggas stop getting caught. Shit, what you think, Bullet?
My son happily married. He don't know about all that.
Me too, brother. Me too. Fuck. Me too, gang. Shit. But you got any I guess any message you want to send to your fans, brother, since you have been on the break.
I apologize. That's about it. I'm sorry about, being on this break. I know y'all probably didn't expect that from me, but fuck. Life happens. Life be life and that shit. But I'm back, though, for sure. I promise y'all I'm back.
What's some advice you could have to a young artist who's starting in the game now? It's a different game than when you
drop
started
that
rapping.
shit. Don't think about nothing. Fuck all that shit. Fuck what somebody talking about. Drop it. Fuck it. Shoot that video. Don't worry about it. Especially if you don't have nothing to lose.
Facts.
Drop it. Put it out. Don't think about, this song I won't drop it. Man, drop it.
Facts. Nigga,
Fuck
in the
it.
trenches, drop it.
Yeah.
That bitch only could go up.
Yeah, drop it, bro. Just drop that shit, gang. Don't overthink it. Don't just put it out. Let the world hear it.
Facts, man. TaeVi uals podcast, y'all. We Junky in for his first interview on the TaeVi uals podcast, man. Hopefully we can have more here. Some more.
Sure.
Any last words for the people?
Man, and I love y'all for never losing faith in a nigga, man. I'm about to pop back out soon.
Facts, man. And we out.
Sure.